You guys, there is a Memorial Day sale going on at Macy's right now, and you know that Macy's has been a supporter of our show for so long now, and they just have so many different options for really anything that you need. So whether you're trying to cook healthier, you're looking for an air fryer that won't break the bank, Macy's has that type of stuff. If you need a new carry-on suitcase because you're going on a trip, or if you just need new outfits in general for summer, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I feel like I need to spice up some outfits, especially because I brought nothing to this rental and I'm realizing I might need a few new pieces. So their Memorial Day sale is from May 22nd to May 27th. So it is going on right now. They have tons and tons of brands. They have sunglasses, they have handbags, they have shoes, they have literally anything you could want. And it's 15% off or more.
Something that I am going to be purchasing from Macy's immediately as soon as we're done with this ad is the Ninja Creamy. I've been seeing
I need it.
Amazing recipes, and Macy's has the Ninja Creamy, and yeah, I will be purchasing that immediately. Like JC said, they have everything you could possibly want. Search it in Macy's, and I guarantee you will be finding something that quenches your desires. So you can shop at Macys.com or in store. Again, the Memorial Day sale will be from May 22nd to May 27th. Macys.com. Go check it out. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Happy Friday. I hope you are ready for the best weekend of your life. I feel like a lot of people are probably graduating this week, maybe next week, week before. So congratulations, everybody who's graduating, maybe from college. That's something I don't know anything about.
I've only been to 2 days of college. Not the most experienced, but
congrats. I had this memory pop up. Another one of we were in college. I was going to say high school memories that maybe you don't have. But when we started college at community college, we went to the same community college. And I remember right before we started, you called me. We were having a conversation and you're like, this is so crazy. People are spreading this rumor that I'm not even going to college, that I'm just going to be a photographer, and that I'm not going to go to school. They think I'm just going to be a photographer. And then literally 2 days later, you're like, yeah, I'm not doing this, and I'm going to pursue photography full time. But then you literally were so successful in it. Isn't that so funny?
I do not remember that at all. That was a rumor that was going around. Why would anyone care?
I don't know if it was necessarily this rumor going around, but you had heard someone say something about you, that you were not going to go to college, that you were just going to do photography or social media or something.
Well, their intuition was correct. That is so funny.
I know. And then you went to 2 days and you're like, yeah,
I'm not going to do this.
You got to follow your heart.
That's right.
And I remember, this is a side note, but more to build your ego. I remember when you told me that you were going to be an influencer. Have I told you this before? I think I have. Oh, when you told me very soon after you got married.
Coming out to you. I have a confession.
This influencers did not exist.
Yeah.
The only thing similar were bloggers who would make money from affiliate links. But you were telling me okay, so I've heard of these couple people who they'll post about a brand and the brand will pay them money. And I remember at the time, I've never heard of this. So I was like, okay, you're I think I want to do that. And then you literally were that. Isn't that so crazy?
Wait, I'm so glad you have memories.
I genuinely was what is this career path? That is so weird that at that point, now if someone told you that, you'd be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know completely what it is. It's very whatever, and then you became it.
Yeah, that is so funny.
Yeah, you're they can get paid pretty good money too. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
That is so funny. I have 2 memories of 2 of my first brand deals when I was just beyond shook at the amount, even at that time. So I remember, I don't know if this is a breach of contract. I remember that Daniel Wellington. Do you remember him?
Just about to say, was it the Daniel Wellington?
The watches?
Yeah.
It was when Leif and I were dating. And I got this email and they were like, our budget is $500 for one post.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yes.
$500
yeah.
for me to post about your watch?
Yeah.
I was so shook because I remember at that time that was more than I was making at even a photo shoot. And I remember doing the math and I'm like, that's literally more money. That's for one photo that they want.
Yeah.
I'm doing a photo shoot for $500 and I'm going there for hours and then I'm coming home and editing for hours and then I'm sending, So anyway, that it really is weird to see the like rise of influencing and just how at the beginning it was such a new thing.
The
and
Wild
brands
West.
were starting to kind of just experiment and pay people seeing what it did for their marketing and like just to see where it went.
You really were one of the first, I feel like. You were in the first wave of influencers who were starting to get paid for brand deals. Like
wave
that.
of Instagram for sure. I never, which is so weird, I never was like I didn't do YouTube until years later. But I have some friends who were like OG YouTubers and it was kind of similar timing, but they were really focused on
YouTube deals. Yeah.
And I think I would have been actually better served to be more focused on that because
Instagram just went wild.
Yeah. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I got in at a great time, but it's just so funny.
That was your thing though.
Yeah,
Instagram,
definitely.
For sure, yeah.
Definitely.
So funny. Come a long way.
Yeah. Well,
kind of brave to be a job or to start a career that you didn't really know much about, you know? Because now you see influencers and you know, okay, if I can make a good living with that. But back then, maybe one person that you knew or saw was like a successful influencer.
I always say the stakes were very low for me because I was living at home. So I didn't really have bills. And
you were already doing photography?
I was already doing photography. So like I was making money with that. And so, I mean, not to like diminish my whole career and existence. But
it was an easier transition.
It was different than if I had like 3 kids and I was like the breadwinner and I'm like, I'm going to go out on a limb and start this. You know what I mean? I was like 18, 19, didn't have to pay any mortgage or rent or anything. I was like, I'm going to try to do this. Yeah. And it worked out. And it was really great timing. But there's a lot of factors that go into all of it. And it's just crazy to see what it's become. It really is.
So crazy.
It's so funny.
Walk down memory lane.
Wow.
Today we are going to break open the gates. We've been gatekeeping for too long. Actually, I feel like, no, I'm not going to make a disclaimer like that, but we're going to get into that. But first, how was your baby shower? You had your baby shower this weekend?
We did. It was so amazing and perfect, honestly. Chelsea hosted it in her backyard. And this girl named Emily, she owns the company Sunday Gathering. I guess she's the one who hosted it, kind of.
People are like, this is amazing, Chelsea. I'm like, I didn't plan. I didn't lift a finger. Emily did everything.
She kind of was the brains behind the whole shower. So she had reached out to us. My mom was going to like kind of do everything for it. And then Emily had reached out. So she is who did your little... like
years
ago for Case, we did not even a baby sprinkle, like just like a little like beach celebration for Chelsea's pregnancy. And she set up like a little beach picnic and it was so cute, so beautiful. She did a great job. She has amazing taste. Anyway, so
yeah, she does.
She had reached out and was like, if you're wanting a baby shower, let me know. Like I can like help and stuff. And so we ended up having her she pretty much did everything. She put everything together. It was
above and beyond.
Oh my gosh, it was so perfect. You guys can go. I think I'll put it on a little highlight on my Instagram, or you can like go to any of my content. I did some different like videos and photos of it and stuff. But yeah, there was a photographer there who shot a bunch of film, which I haven't at this moment. I haven't seen it yet. It's still probably getting developed, but it was just perfect. There were so many cute little details. They did like a little menu that was based off of my pregnancy cravings. So there was cute. Like Cookie Crisp cereal because I was eating so much Cookie Crisp in the beginning of my pregnancy, and then like lemonade and just it was like kind of all these random things, but it actually was just it was like so all cute. Flowed together and was so cute. And then this really beautiful cake, and anyway, it was perfect. It was
delicious. I've honestly never had a better cake.
So good,
so moist.
When people are good at decorating cakes like that, and then you eat it, and you're like, oh, and it's so delicious. That is a talent.
It is. When my mom was in town, when I gave birth, she was with us for a week, and she actually brought with her finalized Storyworth book that was compiled with all of her stories and pictures, and she showed it to me, and I got to look through it when I was postpartum, which was obviously more emotional than I would have, if I had seen it at another point, but it was just so special because I was holding my new baby, and I got to see her as a young girl talk about stories of like her teenage life, her family growing up, and it was just a very full circle moment. So Storyworth is such a good gift for Father's Day coming up, but it's also just a good like birthday present or anything for grandparents, parents. So here's how it works. Each week, Storyworth will email your loved one a thought-provoking question that you get to help pick out. So they'll ask like, what is a time in your life where you had to show a lot of bravery? Or what was your high school experience like? Things like that are really, questions you might not have thought to ask. Storyworth makes the writing process a breeze. All your loved one needs to do is respond to that email with a story, long or short, it doesn't matter. And they can also include photos, which is really cute.
So you'll be emailed a copy of your loved one's response. As they're submitted over the course of the year, you'll get to enjoy their retelling of the stories that you already know or be surprised by stories you've never heard before. And after that, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. You can even keep a copy of the book for yourself, which is awesome. Families love Storyworth, and that's why it has more than 25,000 five-star reviews on Trustpilot with millions of stories preserved since they were founded over 10 years ago. So give all the fathers in your life a unique, heartfelt gift that you'll all cherish for years, Storyworth. Right now, save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/whatwesaid. That is storyworth.com/whatwesaid to save $10 on your first purchase.
100%. Yeah, it was so cute. Everything.
It was perfect.
I loved the craving things. Did she ask you? I'm assuming.
No, I had no idea about that. I didn't really want to be involved in like.
Wait, how did she know your cravings?
Oh, she went on my Instagram. Because all my highlights,
wow.
People were like, what are your cravings? And I was like.
Detective work.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to like show up.
Yeah, no, that's.
They were like, do you want to be involved? I was like, honestly, no. Like, yeah. I'm just going to show up. I trust you guys. Like, I know it'll be great. We had like a little citrus theme. That was kind of like the original idea.
Yeah.
When we were thinking of like a theme of some sort, we're like, oh, it'd be cute to do like citrus. So just have like oranges and lemons around and stuff.
Yeah, then it flowed perfectly.
And it just was cute and girly. And yeah, so that was kind of like the basis. And then she took it and ran with it. And she did such an amazing job. So
yeah,
everything is perfect. It was a great turnout. There was obviously like a few key people who couldn't be there just because they don't live in California. But when I was like brainstorming where to have my shower, it just made the most sense to be in California.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at this point, that's like most of my community and a lot of my family, if they do live in Arizona, it's like close enough, which not all of my like aunts and everyone came, but a few, like my grandma and my aunt and my mom were able to come. And then anyway, yeah.
Plus you don't have to lug all the stuff that you get back to California where you live, because you get so much stuff. Mm-hmm. You got the cutest clothes from your grandma.
Oh my gosh. My mom and my grandma both gave me like vintage clothes from either, like my grandma gave me my mom's baby clothes, some of my mom's baby clothes from 50 years ago. And then my mom gave me my baby clothes from like almost 30 years ago at this point. So there's just so many cute little vintage pieces.
So crazy. Like to think that you once fit in that little tiny thing as a little baby, that you were once just a little tiny baby is so terrifying, honestly.
It blows my mind. Like I was just telling Leif, because she was just like kicking me like crazy the other day. And I was like, you were once, like I was trying to make him understand, even though I don't even understand myself. Yeah. I'm like, you were once in your mom's stomach kicking her like this.
Yes.
And now you're a full blown man who just like pays your taxes. Like what is happening? And I remember saying that on the podcast before too about an embryo. Like when I did my embryo transfer, I'm like, we were all once just like these cells that turned into an embryo. And now we're people who have thoughts and I'm just like, my mind is blown.
No, it's so crazy. It makes you appreciate your mom always a million times because you're just like, you went through this, what I'm doing right now. Like, you gave birth to me, you breastfed me, or you gave me a bottle, you kept me alive, you changed all my diapers. Like you did all of these things.
You did all this.
And I'm just like existing now. And then you just are like, bye, go off to college, have your own life.
It's wild.
It's so crazy.
Speaking of which, we're wearing Maddie Murphy's Bad Broadcast merch.
Check it out.
Let's talk about my baby merch.
Cute.
Let's talk about my kids. Yeah. That's so cute.
I know.
Yeah. It was a must.
Because that's our Roman Empire as well. Baby names.
Yeah.
Pregnancy, birth.
Yeah.
I could talk about it forever.
But also your backyard was literally perfect. And I was thinking how it's just a great spot.
It is.
Your backyard is like...
It's just a great canvas.
Yeah, it's just like a blank canvas that's so like spacious, but kind of perfect for...
private.
Like, events. I'm like,
I know.
You've done something with moving into that house. Like, you're gonna be the go-to.
I know.
Just
it's fun.
Any event, it's like, oh well, you have a great backyard, which is amazing. Maybe
I
it'll
know.
get annoying to you, but for us, it's great.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun to have it, have something to offer people because, I mean, we love it. Literally, Case never wants to leave our house. Like, when we lived at our apartment, we couldn't keep him home. Like, he always wanted to be out and about. Mm-hmm. And now we'll offer to take him to the merry-go-round, to whatever. He's like, no. Like, do you want to go out? No. He just has he has a huge backyard to that he can just play in. We have a little sandbox for him. He has leaves, things to dig. It's just, it's the best.
So nice to have a yard.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. So thanks for hosting.
Yeah.
And being the blank canvas. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And I just felt so like, it was just very surreal. Like being in that moment and being like,
I'm at my baby shower.
Like, I cannot believe that not everyone who's invited, but like, so many people were able to come, and it just like, I felt so lucky, and it just was a perfect day, truly. So. Yeah.
It was a fun group of people.
Yeah.
Fun to see people.
Yeah. Random group of people too, which I was like, not like worried about, but it's always, again, when you have people coming from like, your grandma and like an influencer friend and then a childhood friend and my cousins, like, I'm like, well, okay, we're just, but I feel like everyone had fun and it was great. So
I know.
Yeah. Loved it.
Nice. Anything else?
Just that we are still like in the process of organizing and stuff, but nothing really interesting to talk about. Oh, I was going to say, right before my baby shower, did I tell you that I fell?
No.
I walked out of my house. So I wore heels, which like, I knew for a fact I was going to take them off because it's just in your backyard. So I was like, I'll just be barefoot. But I have to like show up to the party. Like I need to walk to and from my car in like a shoe. And I have taken minimal to, unfortunately, a new level with this move. You know how I was like, I'm just going to try and bring like the bare minimum. I have already been like, there are so many things where I'm like, why didn't I just bring that?
Yeah.
Like, and then I feel like some of the stuff I did bring, I'm like, why did I bring that? Yeah. Like I don't care about. So one of the things that I didn't bring was like very many shoes. Cause I'm just like, I'm nearing the end of my pregnancy. I'm going to be postpartum. Like I don't need a million different shoe options. But then it's like an event comes and I'm like, I literally have Croc sandals. Like I have or then like sneakers. Mostly I have sneakers. So I had this one pair of heels, just like white heels. I was like, I'm just going to wear those because I don't want to buy a whole like new shoe and then take them off. Anyway, so I was wearing these heels and I swear my feet are growing. Like my mom said her feet grew like half a size with each pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're just swollen, but like these heels were like tight. When I put them on, I'm like, eek, like these are going to last 2 seconds. I'm not wearing these for very long. And so I wore them and like, anyway, I go out of the door of our rental and I just like trip immediately. Like I step in the grass and I just like trip, but I didn't fall on my stomach or anything. I fell just like on my knees.
Oh no,
I was like, first of all, I was wearing an all white dress. So there's grass stain all over like my knee.
Oh wait, I didn't notice.
It wasn't huge, but like it was definitely there. Like literally the first thing my mom noticed. She's like, you have grass stain. And I'm like, yes, I know.
I tripped. Nothing is more embarrassing.
There were like people kind of across the street, like kind of saw me. I was like, I'm on the verge of tears right now because I'm like going to my baby shower. I'm like, just got ready and just like fall. I'm like hands and knees and my purse just like spilled all the stuff out of it. And I'm like,
so you fall so slow when you're pregnant. It's so embarrassing. I want to crawl out of my body.
It wasn't again like a dangerous fall. Like I wasn't worried or anything. I was just like, I am so annoyed that I just fell on my freaking knees.
If you weren't pregnant, it's like probably this is what happened where you probably would have caught yourself before you actually fell. Like you would have like kind of tripped, but you're so top heavy when you're pregnant that you fall and you fall so slow and you fall into your knees and then your hands. It's just
and I'm literally on
no
my hands
dignity.
Yeah, my purse, all the contents of my purse, like my lip balm, like everything's all over the ground.
It's so hard to get up too. It's not like you can just like jump up.
And my heels were like open toe, and so my toes are like out of the, you know what I mean? They're like gripping the freaking. I'm like, I am so mad. I called Leif. I'm like,
I would cry.
I'm like, I fell. I'm like, can you come out here? I fell. He like runs out. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I just like, literally all my stuff is everywhere. So he's like helping me pick up my stuff. And there's like a grass stain. And then I like, just picked up my dress and I just like had a big bruise on my knee. I'm like,
Oh, that's Haney.
amazing. So that was how I started off. But
Did you cry?
no, I didn't. I was like, whatever, I'm fine. Like it wasn't actually a dangerous fall. It was just annoying more than anything. But like as I was walking, I was like, my knee hurts. Like I just like kind of like jack it up, but it, like I was just like, it was sore.
Yeah.
And the next day I just like had a big bruise on it. I'm like,
Gosh.
so anyway,
That's Haney.
that was the only bad part of the day.
Yeah.
I forgot why I brought that up. Like I felt like there was a reason that I was.
Because that's Haney.
Oh, just the move thing. Like today I didn't bring a curling iron to the Airbnb because I was like, oh, I like to curl my hair in like waves with my straightener. I didn't want to bring a straightener, a curling iron, a 3-barrel, a blow dryer, an air wrap. Like I was like I
could do it all with a straightener.
Yeah, so I'm like, I can do most of it with a straightener. So I brought my straightener and like a 3-barrel because I can do like the mermaid kind of whatever. But then today I wanted to do like the messy bun where you like curl pieces and I just like didn't have a curling iron.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was something else. Anyway, so I've been like finding myself just being like,
I need everything.
I need all this stuff that I don't need it. It's fine. But like
you
it
can
would
borrow
be
my
better.
curling iron. I'd never use it. My hair's not long enough.
Anyway.
I burn myself every time.
But there really is like no space. So it's like I should be being minimal. But yeah, and then some stuff I did bring. I'm like, girl, I brought like 10 perfumes. I'm like, I need like 2 of these.
Yeah.
Anyway, I brought like all my claw clips. There's like 15 of them. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I need like 4.
Yeah.
So but whatever. It is what it is. I just didn't even know how to pack and prep for this move. And
yeah, you gotta just try your best.
Yeah.
And accept the consequences.
yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, that's my life update. But everything's really good. Honestly, I feel literally, I'm not exaggerating, completely detached from our old house at this point.
Nice.
So, my old habits are kicking in where I don't care, which is great.
Nice.
You know, I was like so emotional. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to leave like this.
Detach.
Yeah. And now I'm just like, I moved.
It's gone.
It's gone. New chapter.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. I truly feel that way. I'm not just like trying to be positive or something.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, we're done with that. Like I really feel like the last few days in there, it was just chaotic and empty and it was a crazy time. And I'm just like, I'm ready for new energy. So
It's funny how fast you can flip.
It really is.
I felt the same way about the places I've lived. Like I will be so obsessed and then I flip in an instant. I'm just like, I hate this place.
Just
And
ready
then
to
I'm
be
gone
done.
And I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe if I look back, I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Especially when you move, you're just like, I hate this place.
Yeah.
I
I'm
hate
just
every
over it.
cupboard. I hate every closet. I hate everything. Smells bad. Bye.
Yeah. And we've honestly like never, well, that's not true. I guess we've lived somewhere new like once. All the places we've lived have been like older.
Yeah.
And this place is just like very new and nice, the place we're living right now. And I don't know if it's like pregnancy or what, but just like everything feels like very clean. There's AC and I'm just like, I love it here. Like even though it's so small and there's things, of course, that aren't like perfectly ideal, the energy, just like the vibes are very good. Like, and I feel very peaceful there. And yeah, I'm just very happy.
That's
with
good.
It. So I'm happy to report that everything is, I'm at peace. Yeah. Finally.
That's good.
So that's good. Let's talk about your kids. How's the two children life?
I'm like, oh, I'm glad you listened to my shirt. No, it's good. It's been fine. I'm going to try to start working out next week, I think. Maybe start very slow. I've been like going on a couple walks, but I'm like ready to get back in the trenches of life, normal life. I mean, I think you're postpartum you could technically, I don't know how long you're technically postpartum is what I mean. Like how, can you be 8 years postpartum,
Right.
Or how
Technically,
long?
your whole life is postpartum, right?
Yeah, because it could be the 6 weeks where it's like, okay, that's when that's the 4th trimester, whatever. But last time I felt like it took me a good 6 months before I was like, my body was like really feeling back to.
6 months, you said?
Yeah. Not back to how it was, I don't think. Not in a bad way or a good way. I don't think you ever go back to how it was. And I'm not saying that in a bad way necessarily. Or a good way. It's just different. It's just getting older. It's like your face is not going to be the same as it was 10 years ago anyways, regardless, or your body, whatever. But how it was like functioning where it's like, okay, I feel like my hormones are starting to level out. Things are starting to work a little better. So I'm just trying to be more active this time because I didn't start working out last time. I just kept putting it off. I was scared of like my abs being separated. I didn't know how I was supposed to work out. And this time I'm just committed to starting slow, and I want to start running again. I really want to.
I was gonna say, is that what you're trying to start with? Or are you starting with like Pilates or something?
I think I'm gonna start I've been starting with walks. I'm gonna keep doing walks and make the walks longer. And then I don't think I'm gonna run for a couple months, make sure nothing's gonna flop around,
Yeah.
And then I'll probably start with Pilates too.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what goes from there.
Nice.
But yeah.
Is it kind of exciting, like, to be like, okay, I'm starting new with a journey? Like,
yeah, I'm very excited.
I could see that being, I'm sure it's daunting in a lot of ways, but I kind of have already been
looking forward to it.
That it's like, okay, once this chapter is over, like, then it'll be a new kind of like wellness journey, which is kind of fun. It's like something to work towards. I don't know.
No, it is very exciting. Even though my face might not be showing it, I am actually very excited to just like get moving again. Yeah. Because my body feels like I want to take my body apart. And like, I heard this girl describe this on TikTok. She was like, I want someone to take my body apart, like limb by limb, joint by joint, massage it out, stretch it out, and then put it back together.
Oh, yeah.
And that just sounds so amazing. So I just need strength back. That's really what it is. I feel like when I can get a little strength back in my body, I'll start feeling just better in my day-to-day. Like my life's gotten crazier where I'm like constantly on my feet, and I've never needed to be more just in shape.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily like looks wise, just in shape for stamina.
Yeah.
And endurance. And
for real,
not feel like I'm going to die at the end of the day. So we'll see. Stay tuned for the workout journey.
Yeah.
And the running journey. I really want to run a half marathon. Like I was so sad when I just got thrown off that last time, but we'll see.
Wait, how many miles is the half marathon again?
13.
Okay.
I think 13 and a half maybe. I don't know. But I don't know when, but sometime.
Lipton green tea is a proactive wellness hack to support overall health. 2 cups a day delivers a quick and simple win on our individual health and wellness journeys thanks to the goodness of flavonoids. Okay, so they have their new signature blend green tea, which is a proprietary blend balanced with a hint of jasmine green tea to deliver a delicate floral fragrance and a smooth, refreshing, easy to sip taste. It also has 100 milligrams of flavonoids per 8-ounce cup. They also have their new lemon, peach, and honey ginger green tea, which is a fresh fruit-inspired experience crafted with a signature green tea base blended with ingredients to impart the taste of real squeezed fruit. And that one has 75 milligrams of flavonoids per 8-ounce cup. So 2 cups of Lipton green tea can help support health by providing approximately the same amount of flavonoids as eating 8 cups of raw kale, which is pretty crazy.
Green tea contains flavonoids, which are naturally occurring bioactives found in tea, vegetables, and fruit. So just 2 cups a day is an easy way to help support health. Drinking a cup or 2 of green tea every day is just such a great thing to add to your wellness habits, something to add to your routine every day that is good for you and also just makes you feel warm and cozy inside. And Lipton is the most loved and trusted tea brand. They've been the most beloved tea brand since 1871, which is a long, long time. So try the new Lipton green tea. Again, that's Lipton green tea.
It's kind of nice to work towards something like that too.
Yeah, for sure. You know who, there were so many babies at your baby shower as well.
So many.
Case was loving it. He gets like, at first, if he sees a lot of people, he gets a little shy, but then when he's in it, he's just like
thriving.
There's a party. We kept telling him, like, we're having a party here later. And he's like, I want to go to the party. I want to go to the party. And we're like, you have to take a nap before, we can go to the party. The party will be happening when you wake up. And he was like saying hi to everybody. And you know who he remembered the most?
Who?
And he only met her for like 2 seconds.
Who?
I was sitting next to Dom.
Yeah.
And first of all, her and Abby both have very similar hair. They both have really curly hair.
Uh-huh.
And anytime Case sees someone with curly hair, he thinks it's Abby. So he's like 2 Abbies. There's 2 Abbies. And I was like, no, that's Dom. And she said hi to him for like 2 seconds. And then we went inside afterwards, and we were eating dinner literally hours after the party had ended. And he just goes, "Where'd Dom go?"
Stop it.
I texted her. She's like, "I will be at every dinner." That was so cute. Because we were like, what? At first he's like, "Where'd Dom go?" And obviously babies talk a little differently.
Yeah.
So we're like, "What?" I was like, "Dom?" He's like, "Yeah, where'd Dom go?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to be telling her you're thinking of her."
Loves the curly hair.
Yeah, loves it.
That is so cute.
I know, so cute.
Oh my gosh.
So, anyways, should we get into this?
Yes. We're
I'm
gonna
ready.
we're gonna tell you guys some of our favorite things, and this is actually something. Speaking of, this is just a Maddie inspired episode because she did something similar. It was a long time ago. Of like, I don't remember if it was her top 3 or her top 5, but she basically just gave her top 3 of whatever, a certain category. So like, here are my top 3 desserts. Here are my top 3 favorite Taylor Swift songs. Here are my top 3 whatever. So we thought that would be kind of a fun concept for just like a fun little Friday episode. So we're going to tell you a bunch of our favorite things, different categories, our specific top 3s.
You know, this is a side note. I was just thinking of, speaking of Dom, she kept saying, "You tore that up."
Yeah.
And I have been looking to replace some of my annoying language, like she ate, or like,
Yeah.
you know, it's giving. And I will be adopting that now because it was cracking me up. She's like, "She tore."
She tore. Oh,
She's the funniest person.
she is the
Love you,
freaking
Dom.
funniest person alive. I love her so much.
I knew it was going too far with that. When I was asking you the other day, I was like, you were trying to describe something. I'm like, what's it giving? In full seriousness.
Speaking in full TikTok jargon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So bad.
I know.
Okay, anyways,
sorry.
sorry.
I was very happy that she and Kenzie could come.
Yeah.
To my baby
The best
shower.
duo.
The best duo. And it just happened to be perfect timing because Kenzie was going to be in LA.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's literally perfect. So I was so happy that they came. Yes, let's get into it. We have a few different categories that we're going to go over.
We each did 3. Did you already say that? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you can go first with our first one.
Are we starting with reality shows?
Yeah, I'm just going in order that I sent you.
Okay. This is like my least favorite one, so stick with us. Mostly because I'm not really a reality show like guru.
Oh, really? I was gonna say I'm so excited about this.
Oh, well, you can take it away. I mean, I have 3 obviously that I've written down, but I just feel like that's not my forte is like reality shows. I don't watch like a ton of it. So anyway, my number 1 at the moment is Deal or No Deal Island. I wanted to share that one because I feel like it's just like newer, more fresh, and more unique than something else I would say. But it's kind of a mix. I'm actually trying to figure out
Like, what's it giving?
It's giving Survivor and Deal or No Deal combined, kind of. So it's a fun. I just love a challenge show.
I love a challenge reality show.
I think that that's been
show.
more my thing lately than like, I don't know,
Drama.
kind of these like drama shows. And it's probably because, well, that's not true. I was gonna say I go one of 2 ways. Sometimes when I'm like stressed out and I have a lot going on in my own life, like it's fun to just veg out and watch other people's drama. But sometimes I actually find it like literally heightens my cortisol as well. And I'm just like, this is like a stressful show to watch. So I feel like challenge shows are just so far removed from my reality that I like it because it's just like, okay,
Very lighthearted.
Yes, very lighthearted. This has nothing to do with like my life at all. And it's just like fun to watch people do these challenges and like whatever. So Deal or No Deal Island, Leif and I just finished it and it was really good. And it was, I think this is the first season that they've done, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that show is best case scenario to go on because did we already talk about this?
Yeah, we did, but
Okay,
it is.
I'm like having deja vu. So I'm not gonna keep going on that, but I loved that show.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do all 3 or you want to like go back and
We
forth?
can go back and
Yeah,
forth.
let's do that.
I had to do. These are my top 3 of all time, and I
Okay.
am the opposite. I feel like you watch like the good ones and only the good ones. I watch like everything. So if it's
get a feel
not
for
good,
it.
yeah. If it's not, I watch so many different reality shows, and then some of them I don't stick with because they're just not that good, and then some of them. So I just, know the best ones.
You know it all.
Vanderpump Rules is just one of the best reality shows in the history of reality shows.
sure.
It's so good. The lore of all of the characters, the character development. I feel like it's just done now. Like we've kind of moved on, and I don't know. They might actually be done filming and stuff. They're taking a break, I know, but I'm sure most people have seen it, but if you haven't seen it and you're looking for something to watch, you just have to watch it. Just know it's good. Start from the first season and just know that you have so much good television, trash TV to watch.
So much trash drama TV. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, you can go.
My next one is Survivor. I mean, I feel like it's like the greatest show on television.
Yes.
I really do. I really do believe that. It's been going on for so long. If you haven't watched Survivor, like, you gotta watch it. You need to go back and maybe
you
look
have
up
so much to watch too. That's just so amazing.
So much. I hadn't really watched Survivor until like a few years ago.
Yeah.
I had kind of grown up, like I kind of knew what it was about, but I hadn't really dove in. And now I'm just obsessed. I love Jeff so much. He is daddy and he is just everything.
Yeah.
And the show is just great.
I just don't think Jeff has ever said the wrong thing to someone. Like, he's so quick with his responses, how he handles situations that come up. Like, he's so quick to just keep everybody kosher and just...
He's just the best. I
love when he like subtly takes digs at people too. Like, Cherie is really struggling, or like someone, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
He just can't get a break.
His commentary.
Yeah,
but it's
so
like
good.
you still just love him. He's so likable. Yeah. It's just, and also that show does make me like feel inspired too. Like when I watch, I'm like, wow.
Wholesome.
It's wholesome. Yeah. So, and I love like, again, a physical challenge. I love watching them do the challenges and stuff. So, and the social aspect is so fun. So all of it,
True.
love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
That was my second one. So I'll just go to my third one, which is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Just another classic. I was going to say Summer House because I've been watching that recently and it's so good. But I think Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, again, just so many different webs of storylines, character arcs, so many different characters that come in and out. Like, the Lisa Vanderpump, the Kyle Richards of it all, just all of these randoms. It's just so celeb packed too, more than the other housewives. It's like you're in Hollywood. So you're getting, such big star power. And it's just, I just eat it up. I love it.
It really is so good.
Yeah.
I've only watched a few seasons like from start to finish, but it is so entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3 is not like, this is not my favorite all time. Literally never seen it. But I wrote down Golden Bachelorette because it's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And I do want to watch. And the reason I actually brought this up, well, first of all, it's Joan. That's the Bachelorette. And I love her. I think she is just so sweet and cute and just
classy.
Everything. Yes. So I'm excited to watch. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because I cannot believe we did not bring up that the Golden Bachelor, Gary and Teresa are getting divorced.
Yeah, because it's just stupid. Like,
it is so... I feel like, well, as I say, I'm excited to watch Golden Bachelorette, but I'm like, I feel like you just ruined the franchise.
Yeah, why did you do that?
You started out, you created this. You were the first Golden Bachelor. And at the beginning, I just like liked him so much. I was like, he's everything. He's so sweet. And like by the end, I'm like, I'm really questioning your judgment. And now that they're getting divorced, I'm like, I'm mad at you.
Yeah. How could you be so reckless and immature?
When you're that old. Like to get engaged is crazy. And then literally to get married.
Yeah. Make this big deal of the wedding. And it's like, again, not that they tried to make it work for so long. It was like, what, 3 months?
Yeah. And they're like, distance is hard. I'm like, but you didn't consider that when you were getting married?
No, like what?
And obviously it's like not bad, but obviously.
You would expect that of the young bachelors.
Yes.
That get married, of the show, but they're only 25.
They have their whole life ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're like, oh, this
70.
just, you know what you're doing.
You would think you would be making more solid decisions that were very like, just the right decision for you at that point. And not to judge them. I mean, it's like.
I'm judging them.
But I do feel like that was a bit crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy.
And it kind of ruined just the show.
Yeah.
It's like, it was such a good, I just thought it was such a good idea. I thought it revived ABC's Bachelor franchise. Like I really believed that. And now that it just left a huge stain.
It was just, I think what bugged me is it was not this shocking thing. It's like you said, you didn't think about that distance was hard. It's like, it was so something you could have avoided so easily.
Why
Instead
did
of
they
just
rush into getting married?
Oh, someone cheated or like something crazy happened and like this big scandal. Just like, it wasn't really working for like what?
You tried for 2 months, and why did you get married so quickly? Because
televised.
Yeah, they got engaged and they got married televised like 3 months later or 5. I don't remember. It was 5 or 6 months later. It was like super quick turnaround, and then it's like, oh yeah, it just wasn't working out. I'm like, okay. So
dumb.
I just wanted to talk about that because I'm like, I cannot
Wish
believe
them
we
the
have
best,
not addressed that. That was really crazy.
Yeah,
and I fear I don't trust Gary as much as I thought I did.
I know.
Like at the beginning, I was just like, he's a teddy bear. He's everything. Towards the end, just some of his choices and just the way he would like literally make these women think that it was them and then turn around and be like, it wasn't you. And they're like, what? And you're literally 70 years old.
On made me believe that it was.
I'm like, not you gaslighting them when you're that old.
Well, I feel like Teresa probably would have rode for him. And I'm like, wait, can't you just be like snowbirds and go back and forth? And like, what is the big, I mean, I get if you're both families are there, so you want to be around your grandkids or whatever, but I feel like not to make crazy assumptions, but I feel like it was him. I feel like he's the problem. I feel like she probably would have rode for him and been like, yeah, I'll spend like this much, but can we spend half the year at my place? And I feel I'm literally making this up. I feel like he probably just didn't want to budge. Old people are way more stubborn. I love our senior citizens, don't get me wrong, but they can just be so stubborn, you know? It's just like,
ever since I've had these experiences with like the neighbors and like the whatever, I'm like, well, you know, my view is tainted of that generation, but I feel like they get this generation is so entitled. This generation is so da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, after having some experiences, look in the mirror, Granny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sensing some entitlement.
Granny.
And it's you.
Yeah.
So I do actually have something
Beef
against
with boomers.
that. I literally have something against that generation. I really do at this point for personal experience. Like, and just being so set in your ways. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll eat my words when I'm old. And I just feel like, how did you not foresee that?
Yeah, exactly.
When you're literally in your 70s and you've lived this whole life. I mean, it's not just like, I know you still have a life to live. And that was kind of what the whole show showed, was that, you know, you still deserve love. You still deserve to have this life. Absolutely. But you haven't learned in 75 years, like
to talk about major things, like where you're going to live,
to communicate and to like really be sure on a decision before you try and mesh your lives together and have a televised wedding. So confused.
I feel as though when he said that, I can't remember even what was happening, that he was like, this is almost as hard, or this is just as hard as when my wife died or something. He lost me. I'm like, what?
When did he say that?
During The Bachelor, when he was
like trying to make a decision?
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
It was like him breaking a girl's heart or something was as bad as when his wife, the mother of his children, died. Like, if that was my husband that said that, I'm sorry, I'm coming back to haunt you. I'd be like, no, it's not. Me dying was not as bad as you breaking someone's heart. Like, yeah, that's hard, but like, I fear you could have kept that thought in your head. Even if it felt that hard and crazy, like, don't be saying that on public television. That's when he lost me.
That's a bit crazy to make that comparison.
Yeah.
Anyway, not happy about that one. Sorry, Gary, but
you lost us.
You lost us there.
Anyway. Okay, moving on.
Beverages.
I'm really excited about this one.
Me too.
We're Bev Gals. My first one is my recent obsession, and that is a homemade swig drink or soda shop drink that, because they don't have them here, which is absolutely just
criminal.
Asinine. Is
disgusting.
What does asinine mean?
No idea.
It sounded right.
I think asinine is like kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's what my guess is.
I've been making them at home. Specifically one that we got when we went to Arizona. It's called like Island Time at Swig, if you want to order it, if you are so lucky to live in a place they have one.
Luckiest.
AKA like Utah, Idaho, and Arizona, I think. But I make it at home with Olippops or Poppies. I'll put like the lemon lime one, which is basically Sprite or like a Fresca tasting one. Then I add fresh orange, cut an orange in half, squeeze the orange juice in there. I puree mango. So I just like blend up a ton of
So you made that puree?
Mhm.
Wow.
Frozen mango.
Slay.
And then I put it through a drain, like a strainer. So there's no chunks. And then, so I put a couple spoonfuls of that over ice. And then I add passion fruit syrup. Really makes a big difference. And
Cream.
yeah, coconut creamer. The Coffee Mate one, it tastes the best. Definitely extremely unhealthy.
It's just so sugary.
It's just so good,
but it
though.
tastes so good.
So sometimes I'll make it a lot, and I won't use the Coffee Mate one. I will use like nut pods, just like the plain one, or maybe like a French vanilla one. Or I do have coconut syrup. It's a little less sugary, or like processed. It's like kind of coconut creamy. Anyways, that is so good. I've literally been having it so much. Or I'll just make any kind of soda shop drink with a Poppy or Olipop. So I'll do
So
like
good.
lime and a Dr. Pepper tasting one with coconut, or vanilla and like a cherry cola one. It's just so good.
It's so good.
I love a creamy soda.
Same. I didn't grow up drinking soda.
Me neither.
But it's so good.
I didn't really start drinking soda till I met Nick, and he's such a beverage boy. He's the OG bev boy, and he really got me hooked.
There's something about that like fizzy. But I will say during pregnancy, I don't really drink it because it makes my indigestion go wild.
Oh yeah.
My number one beverage at the moment is our Valley Girl latte.
Yeah.
Obviously. If you guys live in Orange County, you got to try it out. I get the matcha one. I'm just not a coffee girly, but
They're both so good. I get like the other one each day. I switch off.
But basically, it's an iced blueberry marshmallow matcha latte. You can get sweet cream on it, or you don't have to. If I'm like getting it every day, I'll get it half sweet.
Yeah.
Just because like maybe I'm not in the mood for it to be as like, of a sweet treat. But it's so delicious. It's so refreshing. It just kind of feels like summery, and I don't know. It just makes me happy.
It's really good.
So that's my number one.
There's like a sign on the outside of most of the coffee dos, are like at in their locations, they'll have a sign. It's like a picture of us. And Case we go there all the time, and we'll walk there, and he loves it, and he'll always be like, "There's Mama at JC."
Aww.
And sometimes I'm like, don't say that too loud, because then people are gonna be like, why is your picture up here? Like people around ordering, like, why is your picture up here?
That's so funny.
It's so cute.
Aw.
I'm like, yes, Mama's a big deal. That's your mama right there. It's so funny. It probably is so confusing. Like, why is her picture up at my favorite donut shop?
Get him used to the stardom early.
Exactly. Okay, my next one is just in general. I can say this very briefly: an oat milk matcha latte. I do love a coconut matcha latte if I really want to be in my healthy era, like if I have it every single day and I don't want it to be too sugary or anything like that. I just like coconut water with matcha, and then I'll add like a little bit of coconut yogurt. Like I like the coconut Colt yogurt if I'm making it at home. It tastes, if you like coconut, you'll like it. If you don't like
and
coconut
matcha together is really good.
Yeah, it's super good.
If you like coconut.
Yeah.
Delish. We are going to take a quick ad break to talk about the Nike Indie Bra and the Universa legging. We are so excited about this sponsorship. We've both been wearing Nike gear since we were teenagers for any sports we were in or physical activities. We always know that we can rely on Nike. So how do you take your breaks? Do you go for a walk or a workout class? Do you like to meal plan, run to the grocery store, maybe grab coffee with a friend? You can do all of that and more in style with the Nike Indie Bra and Universa legging. The Indie Bra now comes in 3 support levels: low, medium, and high. I personally like a high support, secure feeling bra for when I'm running or doing a cycling class, but I don't want to be wearing that all day. I like something lighter with thinner straps and smoother edges for running errands or doing things around the house. And luckily, the Nike Indie Bra has both of those options and a medium option for the in-between. All 3 are so soft and look so flattering on. The Nike Universa leggings are perfect to pair with the Indie Bra. They really help smooth and lift, stretching freely with your every move. Wherever your workout takes you, their squat-proof, mid-weight, and finished smooth fabric gives you uncompromising comfort and feels cool and sleek to the touch. Plus, they're durable enough for you to flex, wash, and wear again and again. They're the pair you'll reach for whether you need something for your everyday run, everyday practice, or just every day. Find your feel with Nike Bras and Leggings that deliver supportive flexibility and comfort for whatever your day brings. Shop now at Nike.com, and that will be linked in the show notes for you guys, as always. My next is just my pregnancy smoothie. This has just been my go-to smoothie. You don't have to be pregnant. I just label everything at this stage of my life as like, this is my pregnancy breakfast. This is my whatever.
Yeah.
Something that I've been fixated on. I've been making this smoothie for honestly probably like a year at this point, but I just think it's the best combo. It's so good. It's healthy. It's fresh, and it just tastes delicious. So I'll do kind of equal parts orange juice and coconut water. And then I will do super greens, which is like, these are actual like greens, not a greens powder, but like
leaves.
Leaves. It comes at my grocery store. It's just called super greens. So it's a bunch of different types of greens in one. You can also just do spinach or whatever greens you want. But I just like that it has like a range of chard and spinach, and it has arugula in it as well. Anyway, so
that's bold to put in a smoothie.
It is, but it doesn't. I don't know if it just is overpowered by the other things, but you really can't taste it. So orange juice, coconut water, some type of green, and then frozen mango and lemon, and sometimes I'll put spirulina. It's so good. It's like very green. The color is just like, you feel healthy looking at it. You're like, oh wow. But because of the frozen mango and the orange juice and the coconut water, it's so tropical and it's so delicious.
That sounds amazing.
I've honestly been eating it like even through fall and winter, but now that it's summer especially, I like crave it more. And you can add, sometimes I'll add vanilla protein powder to it. Like I'll, switch it up here and there, but that's kind of just like the go-to OG recipe, and it's really, really good. And it's so just cold and delicious. So that's been my fixation.
I have completely forgotten. This is the curse, really. I've completely forgotten the pregnancy taste that you have when you're pregnant, like the weird, the way that things just taste so weird and like metallic. And I thought about it the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, I have completely blocked that out of my mind. I can't even picture it anymore. It's just gone.
Does everyone have that?
I don't know.
Because I feel like we definitely both have that.
Everything tastes a little funky.
Things taste good to me at this point, like the first few months of pregnancy.
But not for long.
Horrifying. But like sometimes the other day I just took a bite. I made almond butter toast. I took one bite and I just gagged.
Yeah.
Like I just like spit it into the trash and gagged. And I'm like, what? It's literally bread and almond butter. It's like, what about that is, I was going to say is giving gag. What about that is giving gag worthy? But really, it's like, why am I gagging over that? I just feel like pregnancy is it's a weird thing. It does something weird to your
taste buds.
My taste buds, at least.
Yeah. And even if something tasted good to me, it wouldn't be for long.
Yeah.
Because the way that it would taste 10 minutes later, my mouth, I'd be like, even if it was chocolate cake or something, it's just so good.
Yeah. It does kind of have an off like aftertaste.
Never tastes good forever. Now when I eat, I need to actually really be grateful that my nose isn't stuffy and that taste doesn't exist. Like we need to constantly be reminding ourselves of that for the rest of our lives.
So true.
Like if you're not feeling well or something, like at least I can sleep on my stomach.
So true. Oh yeah, so true.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. That will be you in a couple months.
Yeah, no, it will be. It's the sleeping has been.
Yeah, you're in the rotisserie chicken era.
I'm rotisserie chicken era, and we moved into a queen bed instead of a king. And I have like I try and sleep with a pillow between my knees, but I have to like constantly switch.
Yep. And
but
it's
now
such a
I'm
production.
so much closer to Leif, and I haven't gotten queen bedding yet, so we have only our king stuff. So the pillows are massive.
Oh no!
It has been. I'm like, first world problem. Okay, it's still a queen bed, which is, I mean, at least it's not like a twin or a full or something.
Yeah,
but we're in closer proximity than we've ever been. We've slept on a king for basically our whole most of our marriage, so we're used to that.
When you're tossing and turning when you're pregnant, it's just different.
It is.
It's like you
different.
have to. You're essentially like your baby is almost fully cooked. It's like you're essentially move as if there's a newborn baby on you. Like that's how you would move around. You're not just like flopping yourself around.
The other night, actually, it was last night. I had my charger and I like was almost about to put it in the thing and it dropped on the floor. Like the cord dropped on the floor and I was like, like, no.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, this is such a chore now. Everything is such a chore to lean completely down with my stomach. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm going to freak out.
I know. But it really, I think it's such a blessing that you just get like at the very end. It's really just at the very end. It seems like it's forever because you just get to the point you're like, oh my gosh, like my stomach is so big. And it's really in the long scheme of things. It's not that long of a period of time where you're like so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's really a blessing because then you're just so excited, even more excited to give birth and to, you know, get the baby out. It's just extra motivation. For sure.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, give me a couple weeks and I'm going to be like, yep, like I'm ready for this to... But I was thinking about how fast it really has gone in the grand scheme of things. And I was thinking about that for like future reference. I'm like, pregnancy, you know, even IVF. I'm like, IVF was so hard. First part of my pregnancy was pretty hard, but it's like, it's just over now. Like it kind of did fly by. Like I'm shocked that it's almost all over. So I am trying to soak it in. I really am. Even though, some things are annoying or like hard, but I'm like, this is literally going to be over in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's good. That's good insight to have. I always regret it afterwards because I'm always just like, get me out of this. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, I didn't like soak my bump in. It's gone now.
Yeah.
Just
it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
Oof. Anyway.
I know. Okay.
Continue.
Did I do a third one?
I don't think so.
Of the beverages? I didn't even have one written down. Literally just had... well, I'll just add this. I didn't have a third one written down, but I love a latte with lavender. I've been a lavender bitch recently. Like I literally bought my own lavender syrup because I love a matcha with lavender. I love espresso, like just a regular latte with lavender in it. It's just so good.
I haven't had something lavender in a while, but I do love lavender. Have you ever had the lavender honey ice cream from Salt and Straw?
Yes.
So good.
So good.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, it's so good.
One of my faves. You guys know I love an iced chai latte, but there's this place that I went that does iced chai lattes with, and like you can choose the type of like sweetener that goes in it. So it can either be like vanilla or whatever. And I chose miso caramel.
Okay.
It's just miso like caramel, basically. And it was absolutely delicious. So,
caramel chai latte.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iced caramel chai latte with oat milk.
That sounds great.
Delish. You're never going to catch me with a hot drink. It's got to be like absolutely frigid, which it rarely is where we live. And especially now that the weather is warming up, like I will be drinking only iced drinks.
Yeah.
So
the only time I will ever order hot is if I'm Postmating it. I never Postmate a ice cold drink.
Right, because it gets watery.
Yeah, because it gets watery and I have ice at my house.
Yeah, true.
And honestly, you get more liquid.
True. So
if I get like a latte or matcha, I'll always get it hot and then just add it to ice.
Oh, that's smart.
House. Okay, next category is... Sorry, these shorts are so short, so I'm just trying not to flash everybody. Online shopping. Our favorite places to online shop. My number one is always going to be Essence. And
their shipping pisses me off.
Yeah, that's true.
I love their stuff.
I don't trust Essence for an event or something that's upcoming necessarily. I'll usually do Revolve for that.
Revolve is the way.
Because it has the 2-day shipping, or Farfetch if I'm going really fancy. But Essence just has so many different brands and they have a lot of cool baby clothes too, kids clothes. And they just have really good brands. And so
very unique pieces too. I feel like stuff you're not going to find, like it's just a good compilation of like really cool stuff.
And they just have great sales all the time. They just have very cool pieces that I've gotten so many just... I'm trying to think of how to pronounce it. It's like Deji Studios, DEI, like so many pieces from them that are even sold out on their own website or things like that. They have like Sporty and Rich on there, Lisette, so many good brands on there and just great pieces. Usually
Speaking
on sale.
Of Lisette, some of my favorite pants that I've worn my entire pregnancy are from Lisette. They are so comfy.
Yeah, they're so comfy.
And I was like very hesitant to buy them because they were pretty expensive for like lounge, essentially like pajama pants, but they were just calling my name. I asked them for my birthday actually.
Yeah.
And Leif got them for me, and they are like the
Unreal.
literal best pants that I own because I think they're just so stretchy. Oh, they're so comfy. I was wearing them last night and I was like, I love these. Okay, have you ever heard of the Go-To?
No.
You're gonna be obsessed. So I'm gonna go to the website really fast. But the Go-To is such a cool website for gifts.
Oh.
Okay. And it just has like, I actually found it when I was searching for a wedding gift for Delaney and Clay because I'm like, what do you really get someone for their wedding? Like, I don't know what a good couple's gift is. Again, haven't really had any friends that get married recently. So, but you can, like the categories that I'm looking at, it's like personalized gifts, homeware, games, vintage, beauty and wellness, jewelry.
Wait, let me see it. Cute.
But then they have like a wedding section too.
That's such a good idea.
And they have so many personalized options. So
is it kind of like a blog and then everything's just like linked, or they have their own pieces?
They
like
kind of like source from different places. I guess it's kind of like a blog, but they have like sustainable gifts, housewarming gifts, tech gifts, and they're all just really cool. The personalized ones are just like really fun. It'll be like, I don't know, just like this
cute
necklace that you can personalize, or like a hat with custom text on it, but it's all like really nice stuff.
Cute.
You can do like personalized plates that are
That's really cute.
Yeah, there was the cutest. I actually almost got something for you for your birthday on here. I'm like, that would have been iconic, but it was. I found this website too in too close of proximity to your birthday. I actually found it when I was looking for. Oh, I guess maybe I found it when I was looking for a birthday thing for you. But they just have really cute like personalized pillowcases.
Really
just
cute,
fun.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was a unique one that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, but I just feel like this website is genius and everything looks very high quality. Some stuff is more expensive, especially if it's like personalized stuff, but it's like a personalized like photo album and just really, really cute. So the Go-To, check it out if you're looking for gifts.
That's perfect.
Especially for like an event.
My second one is Instagram ads. That is where I will literally buy most of my stuff anytime. Like what I wore to your baby shower, people are like, where'd you get that? I'm like, I honestly can't even really remember the brand because it was an Instagram ad and I just swiped up and purchased right there. That's where I find so many cool brands. And I feel like once I've taught my Instagram that I am a shopaholic, and it just sends me the best stuff. Like I will be, watching people's stories, and all of a sudden I just see the cutest outfit. It's like these pants that I've been literally thinking about in my brain, like red linen pants or something like that. And then they'll pop up and swipe, purchase.
I don't think I've ever bought from an Instagram ad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, good for you.
Well,
but you got to train your Instagram ad, your algorithm to know what you like. So a lot of brands too, if you go to their, like you'll click shop now and sometimes it'll just take you to their Instagram page. And because you can shop on Instagram, I just don't like shopping on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No,
because I like when the ad will take me to their website because I can't. It's so hard to shop on Instagram. It's really Instagram. If you're listening, change it. Like make it more agreeable to my eyes because it's honestly like shopping at Zara online.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
I never even go to that
No.
part of it. Okay, admittedly, I only prepped one more. I actually didn't have a third because I have not been in my online shopping era.
Yeah, and a lot of people know most of the like Revolve.
Well, the next one I'm about to say is the most basic of all time, but it's Skims. And it's like, the reason I'm bringing it up is because it just is tried and true. And I do think the stuff that I've gotten from there is just worth it. And I wear it to death. And especially during pregnancy, like that is the type of stuff that I want. It's just like comfy, stretchy. And for this move to our rental and for postpartum, I bought 3 new pajama sets from Skims, and I like sized up because it's like during me being like 9 months pregnant. And I was thinking like, should I? Because I've still just been wearing all my like pre-pregnancy Skims stuff because it's very stretchy. But I will say I ordered the 3 sets and I did like extra large shirts.
Yeah.
Like just the boyfriend shirts. And then I sized up on the shorts too. And I got into them the other night. I like saved it for the rental. I was like, this is going to be like
Fresh
my
start.
treat. Yeah. And I showered the other night and I put them on and I was like, I am so happy that I ordered these because they're so stretchy, but they're not digging into me at all because I sized up on everything. And I'm just so happy with my purchase. So
that's, yeah.
Skims has just been the move for a lot of my loungewear and stuff too.
They're so soft. They're size inclusive. They have every color under the sun. Like, it's just, you can't go wrong.
And they come out with new stuff all the time. That's really cute. Like, I'm on their text thing and they really always get me. They'll be like, new cotton. And I'm like, why do I want that? It's like
Cotton
another heathered gray, like cotton lounge set. And I'm like, I'm obsessed.
I know. There are a couple like little websites because I couldn't think of something that's like overall, but okay. So some more abstract websites, I guess, that maybe you haven't heard of. Kicks Crew. I don't know if that's common for shoes. All of like the fun shoes that I find that people always ask, like, where did you get that colorway? It's called kickscrew.com. I think it's like a UK site. I'm not sure.
Is it like Goat or something or not really?
I don't know, honestly. Some of these things I just order and I cross my fingers and hope for the best. Like I ordered my Bugaboo. They sold out I got the Donkey 5, which is like the double stroller. And the colorway I wanted was sold out. But I will like dig online to find like, okay, this got to be somewhere. And I found some like obscene,
obscure.
Yeah, not obscene. That literally means graphic. Like I found porn. No, I found some obscure website that had it, and it was like from Sweden or something like that. And I really had to work around to get it. And I was like crossing my fingers. I hope this comes, and I hope it's not.
It was legit.
Yeah, and it was. I don't remember that. I wasn't planning on talking about that site, but otherwise I would tell you. Piglet in Bed is. Have you ever shopped there?
Is that your sheets?
Yeah, it's so many different linens. It's just linens in general. They have like obviously bedding. That's where I got my red striped bedding. If you've ever seen my room, and the comfiest, like most just luxurious feeling linen stuff. I have pajamas from there. They have a lot of pajama sets. They have just any linens you could think of. The best, and that's it. That's a couple that I was thinking of.
I need to check them out. I love linen for summer too.
Yeah. And they have fun colors. Like they just have, really cool designs and fun colored stripes and things like that.
Patterns and stuff.
I feel like one of the last things that I have been working on in my house, just getting it decorated and making it feel warm and cozy, has been adding prints or art to my walls. And I was working on Case's bedroom and I had this print that I had bought from Etsy of like this cute elephant. And I did not know how to get it in a frame, find the perfect frame for me. I wanted something that kind of looked vintage, but that I knew was going to be good quality. And Framebridge came through. I used Framebridge to put it up in his room. I framed it. It was a pretty big print. And I got this really cute green frame from Framebridge. They have so many different options. And it was so easy, so affordable. And it came to me so fast and easy that you guys need to know about Framebridge, especially if you're decorating a new place or maybe as a gift idea of if you have something you want to get framed, you can literally send them like a menu or a key. I think it'd be cute to have like your first house key. You send it to Framebridge, they can put it in a really cute frame and send it back to you.
You can easily order online at framebridge.com or visit a Framebridge retail store. You just upload a digital photo for them to print or mail them, something like Chelsea mentioned, or you can visit one of their 20 plus retail stores. It's easy and affordable. It's fair and transparent upfront pricing, and they have a curated selection of frame styles with design experts on hand who make it fun to choose the perfect frame. It's also fast service, free shipping, great for gifts, and it's happiness guaranteed. So if you're not 100% happy with your piece, they will make it right. See why Framebridge has been trusted to frame over 2 million pieces. Visit framebridge.com or a local Framebridge store to get started and custom frame just about anything. That is framebridge.com, framebridge.com. Check it out. Okay, we're going to move on to wellness treatments that we think are worth your money. My number one is massage.
That's what I had too.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's looked at as, and it is obviously because massages can be expensive. It's looked at as more of like a luxury or not something that's like necessary, you know? It's like, oh, that's just something you do every once in a blue moon. And I feel like the more that I've gotten massages, and maybe it's during pregnancy, I don't know. I remember I told you I had all those like credits lined up. Did I talk about my horrible massage experience on the podcast yet? Or did I tell you it?
No. What?
Maybe I should go into that. But I just booked the one that you had given me for my birthday. I've been trying to space them out so that I have all these massages anyway. So I'm getting that one this week, I think, which I'm very excited about. But I just feel like massage is so good for your body. And it's helps just like relieve tension and pain and stress. And it's one of those things where every time I get a massage, I'm like...
It's meditative too.
It is. It feels so good for your mind, body, and soul that I try and look at it more as like a wellness, I don't know, habit that I'm doing that's not just like, oh, once a year I get to go and do this thing. It's like, if I have the means to do this, like I want to get massaged more often because it just feels really good. And I just think it's so amazing for your body. So now on to my horrible experience. This girl, I went to get a massage, had never had this person before, like had never had this masseuse before. Immediately upon starting, which by the way, a lot of times I'll get, there will be an option between getting a 60-minute massage or a 90-minute or maybe it was 80-minute or something, 50 or 80, I can't remember. Normally I will get like a 50 or 60-minute because sometimes I do get a little bit antsy.
Couldn't it be me? I always go for the long ones.
But usually after I get a good massage, like when they're ending it, I'm like, oh, I'm regretful.
Yeah, I should have
done the longer
minutes.
Because I can totally be laying here still and it feels amazing. So I thought about that, right? So before I booked this, I could either do 50 minutes or 80. And I'm like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to do 80.
Oh, no.
The worst time to do 80 minutes because this masseuse, I cannot express
this was a prenatal massage?
Yes, this was a prenatal massage.
Oh, no.
Immediately upon, like, just right from the start, she's like going so hard, like digging into my back. And I'm like, okay, let me give her a second because maybe she's just like trying to
loosen everything up.
Yeah, loosen everything up, like assess my situation. I know that I'm like tight right now because whatever, I'm feeling tight.
I'm always tight.
But a few minutes in, I'm like, I have to say something. Like, this is like painful.
Because usually they ask, like, how's the pressure right when they start?
That's the thing too, is I also was sore because I had gone to Pilates a few days before and I haven't been working out that much. So I also was kind of sore, which I also told her. I said, I'm sore right now and like, I'm pretty just tight from pregnancy. But anyway, I like medium pressure is what I said. Because you can choose on the thing light, medium, heavy, and maybe there's even like another, like deep tissue or something. She starts out, I swear to you, she's doing deep tissue. Like it was painful. Oof. So I had to say something. I'm like, I can't just be laying here and doing this for 80 minutes. I'm not doing this. So I was like, oh, like that, I'm going to need lighter. Hurts. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to need lighter pressure. She's like, okay. So she like goes lighter for like a few minutes, starts digging in again, like is going so hard. I told her throughout the duration of the massage, maybe 6 times, like, you gotta go lighter. And towards the end, I'm not kidding, this close. I was gonna say, I'm done. Like, I can't be in here anymore. And luckily it ended. I think I had actually gotten there a little bit late.
What did she say every time that you said it?
She's like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, sorry, I tend to go like a little harder. And I was like, yeah, my body's just like very sensitive and sore right now. Like, I was making it very clear to her. I'm like, also, this is a prenatal massage.
I'm pregnant.
And I'm like not feeling amazing. You can't be like digging in. And I also
she's psychopath?
No, it was the worst experience. Like, after I got done, so Leif also got a massage. He got done, he came out, he's like, oh. I'm like, I just looked at him, I'm like, and we got in the car, I'm like, I am this close to tears because I just had the worst experience and I was so excited to get a massage.
Oh my gosh, I want to cry.
And also the day after, so sore from what she had done to me. Like, I was like, oh, well, maybe she just worked out all my kinks, like all my knots. Literally was like not feeling well the next day. I'm like, she cursed me. She also had like a cough. And so she would turn around and be like, like cough. And I'm like, this is the worst day of my life. I'm telling you.
That cough, I know that kind of
like
cough.
It's like a barking cough. I'm like, oh, I feel so.
You have a whooping cough, ma'am.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, that's Haney.
I'm not kidding. I told her
that's
probably
so
6
scary.
times. It really was. And towards the end, I'm like,
you're not okay.
I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I have been here for literally an hour. There have been moments that feel decently good, but she would also like find a spot that was so sensitive. Like, I can't explain it, and just be like
a bully.
Do you know what I mean?
A bully.
When someone like goes like this, but it's like
giving you a horse bite,
kind of giving you like a burn on your skin. Like, she would like dig her thumb and just be like against my skin in such a sensitive area.
Wait,
that
what?
I would have no choice. You know, usually I just try and take it, but I feel like, you know, when someone's doing your nails and it's like hard to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
But when it's literally your body and you're also pregnant, I'm like, you can't be doing this. Like, which is why I told her legitimately.
No, that's so brave, honestly, for you to tell her in the first place. Because that is so unfortunate that that's the one time you went longer. Because usually I was going to say the reason I go longer is because I know the last like 15, 20 minutes, I'm just going to be dreading the end.
Yeah.
I can't even enjoy the massage because I'm just like, the end is coming.
I know. And you're so sad
then
about
if I
it.
have like 90 minutes, at least I can enjoy the first hour.
I was counting down the minutes. And I'm actually not exaggerating when I say I was like within seconds of being like, okay, I gotta be done. I was going to just tell her like, I don't feel well.
You got to stop.
I wasn't going to be like, you're hurting me so bad.
Like, what, did she have a pregnancy table for you or like?
I was on like my side.
Okay.
You know, it's like kind of like a pillow in between your knees and stuff.
Yeah.
It was on my side, and then I switched to the other side. And again, part of me was like, oh, maybe she's just really, really, like, tomorrow, maybe I'm going to feel amazing. That's kind of what my mindset. I was like, this hurts, but maybe
they
it's
ask
good.
you what you want.
I know. And then she
you
was
didn't
like,
say, like, give me a healing massage of, like, working my muscles out.
And she was saying, she's like, oh, you're very tight. And I'm like, but I still want to enjoy this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what you're trying to do. But I was just going to be like, oh, I'm nauseous. Sorry. Like, I have to be done.
Yeah.
And I was like, probably within 15 seconds of saying that, I was like, I'm done. And then she's like, okay, we're done. I'm like, thank the Lord above, because I was about to walk out of this place. Like, I gave her a bad review.
You just don't say anything. You just get up with the towel and just walk out.
I gave her a bad review, which I never do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you can't be.
I was like, I just said it was, I'm like, you got to warn people.
Yeah.
I was like, this was a deep tissue massage. And
you
like, I had to stop her
after the
literally
first
6
time
times.
you ask to adjust the pressure.
Yeah.
They should adjust the pressure, especially on a pregnant person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
insane.
absolutely wild. Anyway. So looking forward to my next one. Hope it's better.
Yeah. Yeah, massage was on mine, but I like one of those massages after I've done some extreme sports or something like that, where it's like, yeah, let's get the
if I ask
deep
for
tissue.
it,
Exactly. If I want it. That's the only no. Okay, yeah, massage was my first one. Compression is similar.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we went to that restore place for the first time, and I was just like, I can't believe the pilgrims never got to experience this feeling. I used to ask Nick or even my mom when I was little, like, can you just come like sit on me? Like, can you come
or like squeeze?
Like just so much pressure on me. Just come. Literally, I want to not be able to breathe. Like, put so much pressure on me. And so compression, it does that on my legs. I want to go do my arms soon. Like they do your hips.
It's just like a thing that like compresses your.
It feels so. I think you can do your legs while you're pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, because that
would feel amazing.
Would feel so good.
That would feel amazing right now.
I did my hips before I was pregnant. They do like, it just feels so good. It's kind of similar to the feeling of wanting your limbs taken apart and put back together.
True.
Honestly, kind of what it feels like.
True.
And yeah, it's very relaxing. I feel like it's very worth your money to either buy them and have them constantly, or to like go to somewhere or go to a place that does it for you.
Yeah. It does feel really amazing.
Yeah.
I'll share this one. I'll probably only share two. My last one is reformer Pilates. The reason I have it as a wellness thing that's worth your money is because I feel like it's kind of one of those trendy things, people talk about Pilates princess, whatever. But to me, Pilates, you guys know I'm an ambassador. I always talk about it. I feel like Pilates really changed my life, like for the better. It changed the game for me. It is just, obviously, you have to find what works for you. Like, some people don't like it, just like some people love cycling and some people don't. And some people love running and some people don't. I guess for me, Pilates just really hit at the right time for me where I really just love it. And the best I've ever felt physically is when I was going to Pilates very consistently. My friend who actually is super into fitness and she does a lot of like weights and stuff, she was saying, she's like, I have to admit, she said, Pilates kind of bores me. Like, she doesn't like how slow moving it is, but she's like, but I've actually never felt better than when I was going consistently. And I just feel like it's really great for women. My mom has been going recently and she's been telling me how it's like, she loves it and it's like changing the game for her and she feels more just strong and flexible and everything. And so
yeah, it really helps with your mobility, which is very important.
Yeah. Leif has gone a few times with me and he's like, I actually really like the way that it like makes me feel and stretches me out and stuff. So I just love it. I think it's an amazing exercise and you got to find the right studio too. There's a lot of different places where they don't teach maybe like classic or like classical Pilates. They do megaformer or like it's really high intensity, which again, if that works for you and you love it. The place that I go is more, I actually don't know if it's considered classical, but it's just normal reformer Pilates and it's pretty slow moving. Like the whole point of it is like it's slow paced and it's really stretching out your muscles and it's not as explosive of movements, but whatever. Anyway, that's what I prefer.
Yeah.
And obviously do whatever the heck you want. I just love it so much.
Yeah, it is great. I feel like it's also a really good thing to add in if you like other types of workouts. Like if you do like to go to the gym and lift weights, I feel like if you want to do something on the off days,
it's such a good combination with other things. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's for everyone too. Like I know I said it's for women, but Pilates was founded by a man and it's like men can really benefit. And a lot of athletes actually have started doing Pilates as well. It's really good for you. So love it.
Love our Pilates princess and princes. This podcast is sponsored by ByHeart. ByHeart is an infant nutrition company built from the ground up to deliver real innovation on behalf of babies and parents. Their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. As a parent, it can be so stressful, all the little things you have to decide for your baby, especially when they're so little, they seem so fragile, and you just want to give them the best. And one of the things that can be kind of stressful is finding good formula. If you're wanting to supplement with formula or if you are doing formula feeding from the start, whatever it is that is your situation, ByHeart is your answer. ByHeart is here and they are to be trusted. So this year, our friends at ByHeart, the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, never skim, are celebrating the ways in which they never skim on anything, especially your babies. Whole milk is full of healthy fats like naturally occurring MFGM, which play an important part in babies' brain development and growth. Also, ByHeart never skims on protein. Their patented protein blend gets closest to breast milk thanks to the two most abundant proteins found in breast milk, plus broken down proteins. And even better, ByHeart never skims on their standards. Their formula is made with certified clean ingredients, plus it has no soy, corn syrup, GMOs, or palm oil. A lot of formula companies do use skim milk, so again, they are the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, which is awesome. So if you're curious about ByHeart, you can redeem your welcome offer at byheart.com/podcast with code whatwesaid20 for a limited time. Additional terms and conditions apply. Again, the code is whatwesaid20. Go check it out. Okay, my other one, I'll just say my last two real quick, is IV drips. Definitely helps me during pregnancy. I literally need to go get another one ASAP. I hate needles and getting like pricked. And so I put it off for a long time, but I've kind of gotten used to it now. Or maybe I just, especially when I was really nauseous, it would just give me like a little bit of relief. So I would just like power through them putting the needle in. I used to get it with like magnesium. They actually can do Zofran in it, which is very weird to me. Because,
Anti-nausea.
Yeah, because you have to get a prescription. Anyways, they have so many things you can add, like B12, whatever. And I feel so good afterwards. You feel like, maybe it's just in my mind, but I'm like, I feel more hydrated, and it feels like my blood vessels are a little like they've got a pep in their step. It's almost like you can feel the fluids in you, and it feels so good. So I love IV drips. I feel like it is kind of one of those like LA things to always have an IV, but I love it. The last thing is cupping. I actually have never gone to get cupped, but Abby knows how to cup, and she has cupped me so many times, like my back. She just did it postpartum.
Can you do that during pregnancy or no?
I don't know. Maybe.
That would feel so good too. That's relieving.
She did it, I think it was like 2 weeks postpartum. And so I was breastfeeding constantly, and my posture is horrible when I'm breastfeeding. And they're always like, bring the baby up to you. First of all, okay, then my arms and my shoulders are so sore. Something's going to be sore. Either my back is, hunched over, or my arms are hurting, whatever. She cupped my back, and it's so relaxing. It's kind of like, I've never had acupuncture, but it's the same, philosophy, I guess, that in the moment it kind of hurts when she's pulling the cup up. It like basically pulls your skin up. It's supposed to, the point of it is to get new blood pumping and just like move it throughout your body. And so,
but then once it's set, it's like so relieving.
Yes, it feels so good. It's so relaxing. You just lay there for a couple minutes, and then once they take them off, it's like scratching an itch. Oh, it just feels so good. Anyways, love it.
It does feel really amazing. Okay, let's end with our content or our comfort creators.
Yes.
Okay. My number one is Just Trish.
I didn't even put her on my list, but
Really?
she is mine. Yeah.
I just feel like I love listening to Just Trish, her podcast, and something about the chaos of it all, like it's comforting in some way.
She is so comforting.
Yeah. Something about her is just
how fast she talks, just how like she'll say what she thinks, but she's also so willing to like listen and learn and just change her mind. And I love someone who's just willing to change their mind in a literal instant. And I love it.
And I feel like it's just very lighthearted, and she's always gonna come through with some super like funny one-liner that's just, it just feels lighthearted to me and like not that serious. Even just her set is so chaotic, but something about it, I'm just like, I'm living for all of it, and it just makes me feel comfy. Also, her podcast episodes are so long.
So long.
I never just like sit and watch it for 3 hours, but I feel like I'll just like take it in doses. Like sometimes when I'm getting ready for bed, I'll just put it on and like watch 30 minutes of it. And then when I'm getting ready the next morning, I'll watch the next 30 minutes. And it's just like these bite-sized things, but they talk about so many topics, and it's very like fast-paced, changing all the time. So I love it.
She's my Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has like 3-hour episodes.
Yeah.
I don't even blink when it says 3 hours. I'm just like, yeah, let's get started.
Oh, totally.
I can't watch a movie, but I can watch a full episode of Just Trish.
Same.
Love it. Kind of going off that one, Tana is one of my comfort creators. I never was like an OG YouTube watcher where I would watch all of her videos or anything like that, but I've kind of always known who she was or like seen her in other things. Like, I feel like I really started watching her when she married Jake Paul.
Please.
And just after that, like, I felt like I don't know, I just started, randomly seeing her stuff. And then now I listen to Canceled with her and Brooke, and I just love them. And I just love this era she's in love.
Same.
And she just seems so happy.
I
just love the character arc.
Same. I feel like they're just very real.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that's overused authenticity, but I just feel like they are themselves.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love them too so much. Okay. My next one is just Nara Smith's TikToks. If I'm not kidding, sometimes like at night, if I'm just like trying to wind down, I will just go to her TikTok and watch like 10 of them in a row. Her voice, so calming. The content, gorgeous. I mean, she has so much hype right now, so I feel like that's not, obviously, I'm not sharing any underground artists with you guys, okay? But I just love her.
Yeah.
And she's also so funny.
Yeah, she
ironically,
is so funny.
like I just posted on my story. I'm like, I love you so much. And I tagged her. It was someone asking, like, what do you do when you run out of bananas? And she's like, plant a tree. I love that she just is in on the joke of like making everything homemade. And she's just a slay. I love her.
Her outfits.
Yes. The combination of everything, you have to admit, like, she is someone who did something different. Like, she created something different. Like, wearing those fancy outfits while making stuff from scratch, and then the way she presents it as like, oh, my toddlers wanted homemade Cheez-Its, so I'm making them. It's everything.
Yeah.
She created that combo. She created that recipe.
And it works every time.
And she ate, no pun intended.
She ate, and I wish I could eat.
Same. I wish I could eat at her home every day.
I know. My next one is Jeff Wittick. Okay, this is like...
Slay.
Also, this doesn't exist anymore, but my third one would be impulsive. Literally, I don't know why I don't relate to anything they would say. I didn't care about any of their guests. Like, it would literally be like WWE wrestlers. But there's something about, maybe this is what I'm relating it to, my childhood growing up, that having my older brothers and their friends always at our house, that is like a comforting sound to me. And so I would listen to Jeff FM. I like way better than I ever did Impulsive, but just the like banter of it, and Tana's always on there, and like I love the dynamic that they have.
I do too.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem like something I would normally gravitate towards because he's a boy.
Because he's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to all of his episodes, but especially the ones with Tana. It's comforting.
I do. I love them to get, like, I love listening to the episodes.
Yeah.
I rarely listen when honestly, if she's not on, then I pretty much don't listen. But
yeah,
I do love him.
Yeah.
I was going to say something rude.
What?
I don't like Mike.
I was going to say.
He just, like, bothers me. I'm like, you're not funny to me. You're not, like. Recently. But I feel bad saying that I don't know. I feel like it's rude to just. Obviously, that you don't know anything about them. As a creator, it feels rude to just be like, I hate him. But something about his energy, like whenever he's on, I'm like, you have ruined the episode.
Yeah, I think it was like a couple years ago that I like started watching Impulsive. Maybe like someone was a guest on there or something, and it was when like George was on it too. And I would like the banter that they would have, like the dynamic of them like joking around. But then there's just sometimes where I'm just like, I just don't care to hear your guys' opinions on things. Like, it's good I would never like be sitting taking notes, but the background noise of it. But sometimes I'm just like, I need my girls. But then I feel like once Just Trish is newer, I feel like, how long's it been? A year maybe?
Yeah, like a year, I think.
And Canceled is. I didn't feel like, I don't know, there was...
that type of
the
vibe.
YouTuber to podcast pipeline that I was looking for,
and now it exists.
Yes.
And now the men have dwindled.
Yes,
for me.
exactly.
Like
100%.
I agree. Yeah, I felt like Mike was on Canceled, or like
probably
him and Jeff were. It was kind of like it was
like a recent episode. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And like the part, I was like loving the episode, and then when he came on, I'm like, you have killed every vibe. Like, please leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, love all those. That's all of mine.
Yeah. I only had one more, and it was her name is King Krabby Patty on TikTok. Her name's Annika. I've only seen a couple of her videos, so like I fear that, just know these are my comfort creators. Don't judge me. Don't judge my character based off of their content, okay? But I think it's kind of like reality TV. I almost feel the opposite. The higher cortisol they have, the lower mine goes. Like, I'm just like, okay, I can dissociate from my own life and just watch, and something turns my brain off when I watch them. And she just says kind of crazy things sometimes, and I just think it's refreshing. Like, she'll be like, she will say like, the video that I followed from her, she was like, talking about going on a run. She's like, sometimes I just get up and I'm just like, get up, piggy, like oink, oink, like get up and work.
Mood.
And it's just
Same.
funny. Like, it's
Yeah.
just funny to watch. And it's not, to be taken seriously where I'm like, yes,
Yeah. I
I'm
don't know who that is.
indoctrinated by you. But
I was going to
it's
say,
funny.
I wish I had more unique things. I feel like YouTubers that I have watched, like, I will admit sometimes certain YouTubers that I have like loved their vlogs or something and they're like comforting. Sometimes if I'm just feeling like stressed in any capacity, I feel like it's easy if it's like a girl my age
Yeah.
who's like living this beautiful life. Like sometimes it makes me feel
Less
like I'm
comforted.
not doing
Yeah,
enough.
that's what I was gonna
Which is
say.
the opposite
Yeah.
of comfort.
Yeah.
So there are people's vlogs that I love that I'm like inspired by. And when I'm in a good headspace, like I love seeing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if I'm just like stressed in any way and then I'm watching them like in their perfect house and they like look gorgeous and like they're in amazing shape, I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's on me 100%.
Yeah.
That's like me projecting
I
my
agree.
own insecurities. But I'm like, I'd rather just listen to like
I think
something else or watch something else.
I think you cracked the code. Like, because I've been really looking within myself of why I would listen to Impulsive. And I'm like, well, it's not even like my husband's not even listening. Like, why am I listening to this? And it's like, so like they're talking about wrestling and boxing.
It has like nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me. I'm not involved in that world at all. So it's just nice to hear.
There's nothing to compare yourself to at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. And I feel like that even with Trisha, where it's like her life is so different than mine and she's in a different, I don't know. It just is like, and what they're talking about, yeah, it just feels like there's nothing to compare to.
Yeah.
So again, I wish I had like more. I've actually kind of been on the hunt for like new YouTubers vlogs that I would like that are like a little bit different than whatever, just unique, because I feel like a lot of the girls who are like around my age who I'm like, I would love to share with you, but I can't. No, it's there's no one like crazy, but it's just, yeah, sometimes I go through phases of like, I'd rather not.
I know. And it actually is like with her name's, I think her name's Annika. I honestly had to like search for her name, but it's just so refreshing when you find somebody who is not afraid to just speak their mind. Whether you agree with what they're saying or not, it's just always refreshing on the internet, especially because they're authentic. And that's hard to come by, but it really is.
It is.
And you can tell.
For sure.
And I agree. Whenever I find somebody who is like that, who is just speaking their mind and saying things that are, that you can tell they actually
just their real
believe,
opinions. Yeah.
Or that they are just being funny and not afraid to ruffle some feathers. It's just refreshing.
It is. It's nice. I agree.
So,
well, thank you guys for listening to our episode.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just hard to stop yapping these days.
Sheesh. Happy Friday.
I feel like we just keep, I'm like trying, my brain is trying to have these episodes be shorter.
No.
And I can't do it.
I think the more I try, the more ideas and more topics I think of as I'm like, oh, we got to stop. And I'm like, wait, no, I have so much more to talk about. It's almost the more we try to make them short, the longer they are.
I know.
Maybe
I
if
don't know if
have
that's
hours.
good or bad. I really don't.
I think it's good. We just talked about how we love Just Trish being 3 hours.
Yeah, it's true.
Even if you guys don't listen to the end, it's okay. We forgive you.
It's fine.
We're just giving you
I feel like episodes, for me, I feel like episodes get better the longer they are.
Yeah.
Like the longer it goes, the more flowing and open I am. So I'm like,
a 45-minute episode like seems criminal at this point.
It seems way too short.
If we give people 45 minutes, like,
I wonder, we should do a poll, ask people what they like. Okay. Anyway, thank
Bye.
you guys for listening to our long Friday episode. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you're following our Instagram. If you guys want updates on anything, it's at What We Said Podcast. You can subscribe on YouTube if you want to watch us, and subscribe on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcasts. We love you guys so much. And
that's what we said.
Bye.